I think, to be honest, that Nasdaq has a really good opportunity to move in a really big way. So I don't want to necessarily just write that off this evening. You know, like I really don't. I know a lot of people, we're kind of saying, oh, hey, gold and silver. Yeah, gold and silver do move more here, but I want to at least give Nasdaq an opportunity first. I want to give it a little bit of an opportunity here. Because if we're looking at this, man, like this thing is super bullish right here. Okay. The trend has been really, really strong. I mean, insanely strong, right? We came down, we swept liquidity to the downside, and ever since that happened, it has just been a slow grind up. Occasionally, you'll see kind of like that pop to gather up liquidity and drop to shake it back out, and then what happens right after? Spikes right back up, right? So everything is just lining up in a really bullish way, and we're approaching all-time highs once more. So, I think that there's a lot of opportunity there. Give me 1 second. I'm just pulling up my broker for everyone on Discord to see. Or pulling up, this little prop firm. I'm pulling it up. Watch out! Ah! No, but it's looking really bullish, right? And if we break through like this area right here, and especially if we could break through the tops, like in overnight trading, with the lack of liquidity that's generally, you know, kind of innate in this session, then like, dude, this thing could just fucking rocket, man. This thing can go crazy. So that's why we're watching the Asia session tonight, because I caught some really nice moves. Last night I wasn't streaming, but I did catch some really nice ones. Um, there we go. Okay. And now I'll just switch what I'm streaming to the whole screen for you. There we go. Sick. And last but not least, why don't we go ahead and turn on our proprietary indicator? We drew everything out on the volume profile. I happen to have all that drawn out in advance, just because, I had already done it. Yeah, there's not so much like CFD trading overnight, and it is like lower volume in general, but you do get a little bit more futures. So, kind of the way that I've been trading the Asia session is, for the most part, I am just buying and fucking waiting. Well, not necessarily always buying, right? Like last night, it was just a short, but like here, like, just take a small position. And it's interesting because, coming from like trading mostly New York, right? Like that's my favorite to trade, especially New York Open, where you get just like crazy volume, you get big volatility, right? Like it's interesting coming here because this is so slow paced in comparison. Like gold can get really, really volatile overnight, but if you're trading the indices during the Asia session, it's not bad at all. Like it is really just not bad. So, I've been kind of digging it. Like right now, we're sitting above the point of control. We have a pretty clear uptrend, like longer term, and even kind of shorter term. We have one, um, and I think that this is just kind of one of the situations where you got to sit and wait. right? Like it's going to take a little bit longer. So, for those of us that trade primarily the New York session, like this is going to always feel slower by comparison, just because there is lower volume, lower liquidity. Does that make sense, everyone? Not remotely. What doesn't make sense about that? This motherfucker. This guy. This fucking guy. All right, we're getting a little bit of movement. He is about to fall asleep. It's late for you, bro. Oh, it's only 3 a.m. It's only 3 a.m. Yeah. No, overall, again, this is like kind of slow. It's kind of calm. I'm used to a lot more of the big like knee-jerk reactions, especially coming from New York. So it's like a really big change of pace to trade futures during this session. If we break this in a really meaningful way, I'm going to cut the position. So far, we seem to just be finding support here. Oh, no. Okay, there it is. Yep, it just broke. Retrace back up. Can it get back up there? I don't know that it's gonna. I mean, they're just kind of walking it up right now. You got a lot of presence on the bid. Just kind of waiting for it all to get swept out again. Entering small short. Yeah, this is my Asia account. This is the one where I was like fucking going crazy at first and just like, dude, no, I'm telling you. So one night I was trading like 35 micros, and I ended up making like too much to where it would have fucked up the consistency rule. So then I had to go and lose it. Yeah, dude, it was all over the place. This has been like my little fun like gambling account, right? But then you know, last night I ended up, because it was actually getting close to getting blown. I was like, all right, like I got to fix this, you know. So then I started trading like a real person, and then that's, I kind of got this little idea. I was like, hey, you know what? If I'm doing this right, I'm already trading. Like, why don't we just come hang out? Why don't we just come hang out and trade, right? This is where we found prior resistance. Like obviously this last time it blew through it, but this is where resistance was found. I'm going to short another 2 micros here. Like everything is just so slow. Um, like by comparison, if you're comparing Asia and New York, like everything is just so slow in the Asia markets. It's kind of chill, man. To be honest, like I don't prefer it because I like the more frantic price action from New York. It's a little bit more predictable, to be honest, when it's really fast paced and frantic. Um, but with this, the key really for me, like, has been mostly just taking really small trades and just waiting, right? Sizing up slowly into it as I go. short a little more. Like this is the session where you can. Oh, what are you inviting Chosen up here? You guys gonna talk shit to each other and do a little live shit talking in front of everyone? Oh, he's a speaker, bro. He's about to come fuck you up. Oh, get him, bro. Get him. Get him. Yo, everybody, put your bets out. Put your bets out. Who's gonna win? What's up, brother? He said, "Sound like a chud." A chud. Was that like a turd? That's really funny, bro. You just, bro. Look, you tested his gangster and he came up, and look at that. Now the short is working a little bit. Let's see if it can continue to work, because that was a pretty big rejection that happened like basically right above the point of control. And look at that. It touched our area where we expected that it would from the indicator. What? It's like this thing works wonders. What? What? It must be chosen. It must be chosen. He's like, yeah, no worries. I'm gonna I'm gonna pop up and fucking short the entire market down. A million contracts short down the drain. Bam, bam. A million contracts. A million contracts. It just goes to fucking zero. Like it actually, like Nasdaq actually goes to zero. I don't mean like a crash. I mean like literal zero, zilch, none, nada. Okay, nothing exists anymore. And I think that a lot of the reason that Asia, like aside from just being lower volume in general, a lot of the reason that with Asia, it's so um, just kind of like low volatility and slow moving is because you don't have the U.S. options that are just shifting absolutely everything around, right? And that's kind of it's funny. That's what Deliverance and I were just talking about, is how options influence the markets. And if you look at like what this order book looks like right now and you compare it to like an average New York day, these things are not even remotely similar. Sun a little more on that rejection. He's camera shy. I can be. Okay, okay. He just tested my gangster. Unless I have to literally go mess with that other window again. The streaming software. Oh, is it working? No, it's not working. Okay, one sec. Oh, you just wait, bro. You wait until I eat the most American shit on stream. Okay. Oh, have you? Oh yeah. Well, it's not going to come from just market mechanics itself. I'm just swapping the stream over to this for just a moment. So yeah, there's a big rejection. There would have to be a catalyst that moves it from here. And that's kind of what I've been saying, right? Is that I think the trade is done. Like we nailed the trade, right? Quick little 4x on commons alone, right? Little 400% runner. Just do it for the homies. And now it's just a matter of time and waiting. So okay. Hmm. Yeah. Those are big areas of resistance. Those are big areas of resistance. Well, 500K shares available to borrow is like pretty high. I mean, it's not crazy crazy. That can be wiped out in a day. But it's high compared to what it was like in December when that thing was just squeezing like crazy. I mean, there was nothing to borrow and the fee was in the hundreds, right? So comparatively like it's really tame right now, you know? It's not explosive like it was. It's because it makes sense. That's right. Not everything you say makes sense. That's okay. That's why I have to ask people like, "Hey, am I making sense here? Like, do you get what I'm trying to say?" Wow, dude, this guy. I mean, what'd you say fuck me for? I feel personally attacked. I feel personally attacked as I sit here in short Nasdaq. Yeah, I feel personally attacked. I'm offended, man. I'm going to cry. Icarus is a known hater. Yay. Yeah, he was one of the first people that showed up in stream. Get erect, chosen. I'm just sitting and waiting. I'm telling you, man, this thing seems relatively weak at this level. Like it's struggling to break out in any meaningful way. I'd like to see another flush, preferably down towards like this value area low. That's kind of what I'm banking on here. Uh, I don't know, bro. I'm literally sitting here streaming. We're shorting, right? Got a small little position. Yeah, it's not terribly small, but it's the equivalent of a mini, you know. It is. And do you hear how concerned I am as I eat my dinner and short it and sit here and watch it fucking weak? Eat my very American dinner. Ugh, fuck no. That's disgusting. Ranch. No, I'm eating a chili cheese dog like a real American. You have to take the most unhealthy shit and put it on the most unhealthy shit. I don't know why America's obese, bro. Need the gap filled? Yeah. I'm not so concerned about it. I mean, it kind of helps that, I literally started this account to be the gambling account, right? I figured it'd be fun to make big bets in Asia. And it was. But yeah, I'm just hanging out. I'm just hanging out. Again, this is like nothing concerning. Like it's moved like fucking $4. The fuck am I concerned about? That's not what I'm hunting. I want the next move that's like that. Well, they could. They could, but they would have to swing trade with me. And then they'd be like, "Oh no, these make sense." Yeah, you're right. Because when we saw there was going to be a bunch of oil problems and natural gas problems, we went and bought the companies that fix those problems. Yeah, I'm short. Don't worry, I'm not actually trading with my account. Yeah, dude, I'm just trading with an eval. So last night, I literally I shorted and then I left and I watched two movies and I was short for like 4 hours and then I came back and it was in the money. I was like sick. And I closed it out. Uh oh. Uh oh. Oh no. Oh no. What you guys also have to understand is that like as a swing trader, like, that's my bread and butter, right? Like I'm comfortable with holding things for weeks, months, right? This is just a little bit of a different game is coming over and scalping the futures. But you have to have a lot more patience, I think, in the Asia session, just because it's so fucking low volume usually. Like there's a little bit popping up now. Hmm. I'll close under that. Hmm. Small buy there. Yeah, literally DCA on it. Yeah, I'm just averaging it a little bit. Wow, man, this market's just wanting to do the inverse of everything I do. Oh, maybe I should maybe I should just pop on my live account, or not my live account, but like my account, and go fucking move something around real quick. Probably a tiny bit. I mean, it's not like a little, penny stock or anything. Some of those you can move with fucking $1,000. You know, I like that big bounce that just happened. It makes me feel reassured. That was a pretty big reaction. This would be right where we would expect support if it were to occur. Little resistance at value area high, perhaps. Which is pretty much right where my buy is. Is averaged at like the value area high. Yeah. Asia session is just super fucking slow compared to New York. Like it is a very, very different pace. So I am still also getting a little acclimated to just like how slow it is. That's a really big bid right there. I don't know. I think it's super bullish after gapping down like that and just recovering so fast. It's in line with the like the larger trend that we've seen. Like I'm pretty bullish right now because again the market doesn't give a fuck about anything that's happening in Iran. Like should they? In reality does it fuck things up? Yes. But does the market seem to care currently? No, not really. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. Exactly, Eisen. Exactly. You're out in 1 minute or it hits your target price. That's what I like about it. I like how rapidly it moves. It's also just what I'm used to trading after doing it for so long. You know, never really messed with Asia or like overnight trading. Yeah, I have been a little bit lately, but this is super new, right? Asia's better than London. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really done London. When does London start? London starts what, like an hour? Something like that? Pretty sure. Oh, yeah. I was about to say I'm always asleep when London's up. So like I never catch London. Yeah, see, so for me that'd be like 11 o'clock at night, dude. I'm not gonna be up late doing that. I gotta wake up for New York. Like I'd be up for London. I gotta wake up for New York, man. That's a lot of wow. Did that bid get eaten? I don't know. I'll probably go for like another 20 minutes. We're just kind of hanging out, testing the waters. I wanted to see if people would show up and if people are interested in it. We're doing this a little bit more informal than our morning ones, but wanted to see how many people, actually trade Asia session and would want to, pop up. Ugh. I get bouncing point of control. A little bit. We'll see if we could trust it. I turn that volume right on though. Asia session's so scammy. A lot of heavy trading happening right here at these levels. Let's see if that big buyer steps right back in and blows it up again. Somebody very clearly wants it to be at least like this area. There's a lot of buys that just keep hitting every time we get there. Tons of buying. Does that buyer show up again? Because somebody big is playing with the tape in this little range. It's funny, you can see that CFDs are just so lightly traded here. Mm. Ooh, big bids getting hit. Just getting fucking swept right out. That's actually wild. Oh no, I know it's absolutely crazy. I'm just sitting and waiting. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm chilling. No, I'm just sitting. Yeah. No. I already told you what this account's about, bro. With style. With style. Don't forget that part. That bit is very, very stacked. But yeah, I'm just sitting. Like I said, bro, we're gonna sit here and take a trade or two for our inaugural Asia session stream. Have a little dinner and hang out. I am in longs right now and sitting red on them. But yes, I am in longs. Yeah, I generally trail. Although I would say that my take profit is probably, to be honest with you, I think it's going to run up to cross this prior high. It's just a matter of how much consolidation does it take to get there, and also, am I right on the direction? Right, like I could be wrong. When I'm looking at all this, I just see like a lot of bullish momentum, especially after what seemed to be like, volatility being restricted, and there was still plenty of supply, right? I thought that it was going to end up kind of dropping down. It didn't, and we saw this big move, and we've seen all of this, right? With every little dip, right? You got it super rough down, and then they just buy it right back up. So this seems to be pretty bullish. Like the overall trend is pretty bullish. Like if we just zoom out here, right? Like this is objectionably very, very bullish. Overall trend is bullish, right? Look, everyone in chat agrees. I don't know if you should hold and go to bed, but yeah, we're gonna be here for a while, right? Like at some point, what I'll probably do is, even after like once the stream's over, right? I'll probably still just be holding this position, provided that I'm not stopped out. And by stopped out, I mean hitting the daily drawdown on this account. But yeah, I'm just sitting. I'm just sitting and waiting because I think that there is a really good there's a good shot that it ends up running up a lot higher. Well, it's not going to be like that much longer. Okay, we're just kind of hanging out, right? This is uh this is just something new we're trying out. We want to see if people show up and if people are interested in streams at around this time, then I can make it a big production like what we do in the mornings. But I don't want to go through all that if no one's here, right? So that's always the question: is are people here? We got a little bit of a turnout. Hey, shit, Uzi, you're more than welcome to come up. This is the time that you like to trade. Like I said, this is relatively new to me. Like I just don't really trade this time. I'm very much used to New York. What time is it for me? 6:50 p.m. Yeah, 6:50 p.m. here for me. Yeah, yeah. I'm normally up at like 4 or 5 every morning. So you gotta have it, man. You gotta have it. It's important. This guy said he woke up an hour ago. Holy shit. You're in my time zone. The fuck, man? Ooh. Ugh. That's a big old sharp ass reaction there. No, not really. I try to. I just normally fail. I end up with stuff to do, man, or I end up going down a rabbit hole. You start reading a filing and you're like, oh man, and you dig in and before you know it, like, you've been reading this shit for 2.5 hours. Like that's the kind of stuff that happens. Like, so I mean I try, but sometimes I end up kind of down that rabbit hole and just thinking and learning about something. I'm always out at night defending Gotham City. I don't know. I had to spend, a decent bit of time recently going over like all of the hood Robin Hood finances because their business is just it's like all of its financial services obviously, but it's become a lot more diverse than it used to be. So that one took a little bit of nuance, right? Like I had to kind of compare it to the past and see what the changes are. And and then with like Riley, like dude, that those filings are crazy, crazy difficult to get like the full grasp of, just because their business is so diverse and they do so many different things and they have so many revenue streams and so many different kinds of assets. Like it's actually difficult to piece it all together with them. But once you kind of have a basic grasp of the company, then it becomes relatively intuitive, to be honest with you. Like it's a relatively simple thesis. It's hard to comprehend the filings, maybe initially until you familiarize yourself with the company a lot. That kind of lead you to that conclusion. You know, you guys are here talking about anime. I don't know shit about anime. I don't know anything about it. Yeah, you weren't you? Weren't you just about what? I don't know what that is. Oh, coding. Gotcha. Oh, damn. Bro, Uzi's about to come up here and talk some mad shit. He's about to come up here and talk some mad shit now. Right, we're on a stage. Oh shit. Get wrecked, dude. He came up to wreck you, bro. He pulls his own fucking he pulls his own fucking pud. All right, have a good night, John. I could if I want to, but I can't. Yeah, literally. I'm glad that we could acknowledge that that's what that was. Wrecked. Wrecked, just like this long position is getting right now. Yeah. I was like, fuck it, I'll just play some stuff. Hang out. It seemed yeah. Oh yeah, they are. 12. It's 12. 12 minis. Or sorry, 12 micros. I'm tripping, my bad. No, not 12 minis. Dude, this thing would be moving a lot more than $6 per tick. Yeah, no. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I have not taken this one as seriously. I have definitely done some funny things. Yeah, about 400. Full port Uzi signal? Is that what you just told me to do? It better not go one tick against me, bro. Bro, oh my god, dude, that was so fucking funny. Dude, when he was telling me that, I was just like, brother. Okay? Dude, everyone was. That was fucking hilarious. It was really funny. You definitely meet some funny people trading. There's some interesting personalities that you meet, okay? I don't know. I don't have that. No, I just normally don't trade with prop firms. I bought a little more. Fuck it. Because Uzi told me to. Your kindness can't protect you. I mean, compared to some places, it sure is. Like, where do you think you get more rude motherfuckers in Canada or the US? Because I promise you, it's here. Like, not LA. I mean, I'm familiar with what Scientology is. Um, yeah, some would say a religion, some would say a cult. I think I think it's all cult like, right? There are a lot more cults than how about this? There are a lot more cults than people want to truly acknowledge. Some of them are just legitimized by the amount of cultists there are. How about that? How do you start a cult? Well, first you got to make some kick ass. Look, first you got to make some kick ass fucking electric Kool Aid. No, never mind. Wait, that's the last step. The first step, okay, is that you gotta be real cool to people. You gotta get everyone to come in, man. Talk about like you can't if you come right off the bat and you're like, oh hey, like I am your god, right? They're gonna be like, oh, like who the fuck are you, right? You have to gradually like build to that point. So first you got to talk about how important it is to obey the god and set all the rules right in a cult. And then once you've established that, right, that's when you could start flipping it and be like, by the way, that god guy I've been talking about, yo, it's me. And then I think so. And then really like the best kind of cults are death cults. Cause like think about who gets remembered, right? It's the Jonestown, right? It's Waco. Yo, Eisen's right. I missed that. I missed that comment, but he's right. How do you create a cult, or how do you start a cult? Ask Trump. There you go. Yep. You'd like to apologize to him. You're like you're like fuck, he must be mad at me or something. Yeah. Yeah, that seems right. That seems right. Hey man, you just gotta understand the grift. You gotta understand the grift. But realistically, like that's I mean not great, but a little better. I think it will. I mean, I'm not fucking concerned about it. I'm also really not concerned because like, all of the swing trades that I've been handing all the warriors, like, dude, those have been doing fucking great. Like, have you seen what Reddit's been doing? No, I know, but I'm saying like go look at fucking Reddit. Go look at what that thing's done, right? Go look at BZAI. That thing's gone fucking crazy, right? And all of that is just like buy and fuck off and you know, just kind of keep an eye on it for a few weeks and take your profits. Like easy peasy, right? We jumped in with levered exposure on Reddit at 135. It's at 166 right now. Like that's yeah. I mean, it's easy to be honest with you. Like they're pretty fucking easy. The hard part is finding them and researching them and understanding the nuance of it. The easy part is actually executing the swing trade. It's a little bit different than scalping, right? With scalping, it's the discipline and everything. I mean, all that plays a part in swing trading too. I'm not saying it doesn't, but what I'm saying in swing trading is like finding the opportunity is usually the harder part, right? Whereas with this, it's often like getting like the right entry so that way you can pay off really, really short term. It is. And that's the caveat, right? Is that you have to be able to actually afford to do it. It's not that you don't. So with swing trading, like often the positions are a lot more complex, right? At least like the way that I do it. So, what it could be is that like I'm holding some commons, I have a few calls, and then maybe I have puts to hedge all of it, right? And I'm long on the volatility and I'm betting that it's just going to move and I don't care which side because I'm hedged either way, right? I have levered exposure to the bullish and the bearish side. Um, or it can be something where it's like, you know what, we're going to manage our risk completely. We're not going to use any stops, but we're going to manage our risk completely through like how much of the portfolio you're dedicating to it, right? So it might be like 1 or 2% um, of like the entire thing, you know. But realistically, if you lose 50% of it, like, yeah, you're gonna take a little bit of a hit, but it's measured in the risk that you're taking. You're looking for really, really big outsized gains to the upside. Because realize that if you hit one thing that does a 4x with 10% of your account, that's now 40% of your account, bro. Like your account just fucking exploded in value. Yeah. So that's literally what it is, right? It's like, you just said, okay, I'm gonna put 1% of the port in Reddit and I'm gonna fuck off for a few weeks. Okay, Reddit's up 30%, sick. Like that's swing trading, right? And all right, brother, have a good night. But like for me, like that's my bread and butter. Like that's the main thing that I do, right? But yeah, yeah, that's uh that's something that we talk about every night in the Warrior chat, right? Like I post literally every night. Um, Sunday through Thursday, obviously any night where we're trading the next day, kind of with what I'm keeping an eye on, updating on some of the swings we've already entered, you know, calling out, hey, we should probably exit when it gets right about here, or if XYZ happens, super easy trades. Dude, Riley's been so fucking flat, but that thing looks ready to absolutely fuck, brother. Let me show you. Watch this. Look at this chart. This is a daily chart. Nope, not really. I mean, I think it could. I don't think it has to do anything, right? And the reason that I don't think it has to do anything is because realize that this isn't just trading off of like pure technicals, right? This is a really unique situation, and this company has literally a one price to expense ratio, which means that it is extremely, extremely cheap. If you're using like a free cash flow metric, it's extremely cheap. If you're looking at like their net assets, they have one investment, literally one investment that is worth over triple their market cap. And today they took another really big step in reducing debt, right? Because what you have to understand is that this is a company that made like a lot of really bad choices, or really actually it wasn't a lot. It was one really bad choice. And they have had to fix it. But this company that 2 years ago, if you asked me, I would have said, dude, these guys are going to go bankrupt. Like they're insolvent. There's no way that they can come back from this. They've been coming back from it, right? It's like really the turnaround story of the fucking year. But as with most of those turnaround stories, you're not really going to hear much about it until after it happens. And then everyone's going to look back in hindsight and be like, oh, it was so obvious. But the tricky part is seeing it when it actually is obvious and not in hindsight. Right? Some people are like, "Oh, well, they made a bad choice, fucking 4 years ago," and they basically were taken advantage of by a fraudster. Yeah, absolutely. Like they levered a bunch of shit over each other. Yeah, yep, they did that. But now all of that's being fixed. And if it works out, it's going to work out really big because realistically, if you compared that to like other peers that are a similar market cap, right? And in that same sector, or not like a similar market cap, but like similar revenue and earnings, these guys should be valued somewhere in the 30s. Like this thing is literally a fucking 400% plus runner just waiting. When does it happen? I don't know. But what I will say is that I want to be there when it does. Right? I want to be there when it does. I want to be there when people understand it. I want to be there when it becomes so glaringly obvious to everyone. So I'm getting in now and I'll wait. Yeah. That's kind of the thoughts on Riley. Like anywhere, realize that anywhere in this range that it's been, like all the way from what is this, like $6 to $8, anywhere in here is a good buying range. And imagine if you were like, okay, I'm going to buy, 10 shares a day, right? Well, you would have had quite a position right now, and your average would be somewhere like right around here, right around like $7. You'd actually be up on it a bit. That's not even including what could be, right? What could come next? Yeah, swing trading is a little bit of a different beast, but it's certainly something worth learning. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time, right? But once you kind of can understand some of the fundamental reasoning behind the companies, then it becomes glaringly obvious when something is really under or overvalued. And that's primarily what I'm looking at, right? Is I want to look at that valuation. I want to say like someone's missing this. You know, that's why when do you remember when all that shit happened with Venezuela in January, right? Where the first thing I did is I said, you know what? I want to go look at all of the oil companies. Okay. I want to go look at all of the oil companies and I want to see who is the best equipped to benefit from this situation. So what did I do? Right? I'll walk you through the thought process. So what I did is I went and I looked at all of the major oil companies here in the US specifically, US oil companies, and also of our allies, right? In the case of like BP, right? British Petroleum. And I said, who has the most existing infrastructure in Venezuela? Who has the most contracts that are already done in Venezuela? Who has the equipment to refine heavy crude as opposed to light crude, right? Because you for the most part you find heavy crude down in like South America, and you get light crude oil from the Middle East. So specifically, who has the equipment to refine heavy crude? And when I was looking at all of that, and I was looking at the distribution network, I was looking at how much, at like how many storefronts they have, or like what is the business model of these places. I ended up on Chevron, right? Chevron just in every way stood out in a really big way. Chevron literally, bro, I called it for everyone at 155. It went as high as 214. It's still at 138 after giving back a bunch of gains. You know, on the calls, yeah. I took the profits on calls like up here in this area. I missed the complete top, but I took them like up here, and then you know, for shares, like you know, you get them down here, you're still holding right here. It doesn't matter. This isn't a company that you should be nervous about holding for like any kind of extended period of time. Like, dude, it's fucking Chevron. You know, like what are you gonna be nervous about holding Apple for 10 years? Fuck no. You're gonna do great if you just hold Apple for a decade. So if you want to leave some running, but you don't want to be restricted on the time, well, then you can, you know, you could buy some calls, you could buy some shares, you sell your calls, you recover your cost basis plus a little profit, and now you have an investment that paid for itself with the shares. And now you could just sit and wait and see what it does. Maybe it's a position that you've wanted to take for a long time, but you never were able to find a way to do it, you know, and swing trading ended up putting you into it. Maybe it does so well, and you the more you look into it, the more you like it. So it becomes an investment, right? Like that's what happened with me and SLS. Like I didn't just decide, oh, I'm going to invest in this thing. Like I was trading it. I was trading it, and then the more that I started to understand the situation they were in, the more I understood their sector, their addressable market, right? Like what is the current medication versus what does Cellus actually do that's different? before I understood any of that, I was trading it because I saw the opportunity. Um, just like on the chart, on the order imbalance. And then the more that I dug into it, that's when I was like, okay, like some of this is going to become an investment, right? Because I believe in it longer term. Still holding longs on what? Oh yeah, I'm holding 14 of them. Holding 14 micros. The CFD. It's because I like to use TradingView, and I don't want to have to pay for because you have to pay for like the fucking premium and then also buy the CME data, and I'm good off that. And well, I was about to say I can also do it like um through here. I've just been using Rhythmic. Free CME data. Oh wow, okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, like I have it, right here. Like but then I'm not using TradingView, which I really do prefer TradingView. But, this does show me like what's happening. Like this works. What do you mean? That's because this is CFDs. Yeah, yes it is. Yeah. This is the futures data. Like I said, for the most part, what I'm watching is like the order book, right? That's the main focus of what I'm doing. Because as you can see, like the structure is generally the same on CFDs. So I do that to look for like structure of like where price has been. But as far as like watching the orders come in real time, like I just do it all on here. What a weirdo. What a weirdo. You should respond back to him and just say LOL and literally nothing else. Oh, that's why it was because it was just doing like the market hours. That's super weird. I don't know why this does that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not like the most fond of this platform of Rhythmic, but I do like their order book because this is like really clean and intuitive. I like the order book, but I don't like their charting. Like this looks like fucking shit, you know? No, I've never used it. That's the thing, right? It's like I'm a swing trader, so right, like for the most part, I use TradingView. Yeah, is it that bad? Yeah, again, like I don't even really like using this one. Like it's not my favorite. Not my favorite. That's okay, people kind of get used to, what they like, right? I'm sure somebody likes this. So it's not me, but I'm sure someone does. it that bad? Yeah, I feel that. This is kind of the same, except it also looks like shit. Whereas like do do you see how fucking beautiful my trading view chart is? I like the customization on trading view. I like the clean look. Yeah. Oh, you use black and white with the gray background. Okay. I use like almost like a dark like charcoal gray with blue and white. Yeah, as long as you can read it right, as long as there's enough contrast to where you can read it, that's what matters. I've just been sitting in. See, this is what I mean, man. Like New York is not like this. To There's some days that it's like it's almost never like this. Right? New York is always like, boom, we're super manipulated, like we're moving in crazy ways, we're jumping from one liquidity level to the next, you know. No, it's nowhere near like this. This is so fucking slow. Oh, I intend to. Yeah. I realistically I think that it's going to get up there again. Like I Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing anything like super concerning, but it's very different trading Asia, right? Because Asia is just God, man, it's so low volume and slow. Like, see, I normally don't trade Asia because it's so like low volume, right? Like, can you imagine like what happens if somebody comes up and they say, I want to slap 40 micros right now? Like, dude, this thing is going to get so fucking disrupted and it's going to start shifting really quick. Whereas if you go and do that in New York, it's going to get eaten in half a second and it's like you were never even there. See, I fucking love New York. Like the New York account that I've been doing is this one. Oh, well, you can't see it now, but like this is literally like $700 today, and the biggest position I ever took was 4 micros. You just need a few micros. That's it. Yeah. Ugh. It makes you sick watching him trade. You're like, fuck, man, that risk. Yeah. Yeah, Asia's interesting. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. Well, it's a little volatile, and it's mostly volatile just because like the order book is so thin. Like you're seeing, right? You just saw that 7 pop up on the ask, and like you got a 6 down here on the bid. Like that's actually kind of high for this session, right? 10 just flashed. Like during Asia session, for the most part, it's like sub 5 on the bid and the ask at all times, right? A sell wall just came up with 16. But for the most part, it's like everyone's just like transacting, one or two contracts. Yeah, and things are obviously very different when you're like trading your own funds. Like it's very different than trading a prop. That was one of the other things that I wanted to I don't know. I what I found, because again, like I just started messing with them like maybe 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, and like I could just kind of take it or leave it, bro. To be honest with you, like I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. Well, yeah. Well, I saw that they had changed a bunch, right? And changed a bunch of rules, and I heard a bunch of good things. I heard good things from you, and then I saw they had the 90% off. I was like, I don't know, fuck it. Let me grab a couple and see what's up. Oh, so they have like a trailing drawdown. Well, it sounds like it trails from like the highest value that the account was that day. That's fucking crazy. That's tough. Oh, good deliverance. I'll catch you in a bit, brother. Have a good night, buddy. No, I was telling deliverance. Yeah, he's hopping out of chat. He just DM me, let me know he's heading out. No, no, I'm chilling for a little bit. I'm chilling for a little bit. It's crazy seeing again, just like I mean, how low the volume is. Like, you're seeing it is. It is. It's very much like low effort. It's not quite as low effort. It's not quite as low effort as like swing trading equities, but and I guess that's really not low effort. Like again, you have to keep track and identify them and everything, but like when it comes to the actual trading, like dude, with those swing trades, you spend such a minimal amount of time like actually doing anything, you know. Well, depending on some of them, yeah. Some of them, yeah. Yeah, normally, check once or twice a day. Okay, yeah, cool. Things are still things. Like it's still there. Yay. You move on with your day, right? It's not this constant like trying to manage a fucking position intraday. Like, that turns into a lot of that's again like to me that feels like higher effort than just doing your homework and researching and finding a few good candidates and saying, okay, you know what, I'm going to buy them and just fuck off and wait. Like that seems to be easier to me. Potential breakdown. I see it breaking down under my little liquidity level there. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I did see nice big buys the last two times that we got to this spot. So Yeah, so we'll see if this can be confirmed as support once more. We'll see what happens there. Eh, whatever, right? You always got to be able to just shrug it off. There's always another trade we could take. There's always another trade we could take. So, oh, fucking people. Oh. Dude, that's hella funny. That's funny as fuck. That's so funny, man. I like that bit, right? Where he's like, I gotta go find myself, change his profile picture to like a Tibetan monk. Like what the fuck are we doing, bro? What are we doing right now? I mean, realistically, I'll probably just be holding on to this for a little bit. Because in the event that it comes back up here, like, dude, this position's gonna print so fucking hard, it's unreal. You know? Like, yeah. But yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. What I'm learning with the Asia session is that you have to be so much more patient. Like with New York, bro, there are times where I'll pivot from going long to going short in like 5 minutes. Some sometimes you're like, yo, what are you doing? And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, nah, wait, it's coming. It's just fucking crazy ass volatile. It's shaking, and then boom. Yeah. Yeah, New York's crazy, bro. That's my favorite. Like that. But again, I think it's also because like that's what I've practiced, right? Like that's what I trade. Like people have things that they trade, right? See, that's why you got to wake up, bro. You wake up, smash down an energy drink. Well, until your sleep schedule changes, right? That's the thing. 'Cause it's funny because like you're talking about how you just woke up, dude. Like I'm at the point where I'm getting sleepy, you know? Like it's 7:30. Like this is time for me where I'm normally. Yeah, so this is normally when I'm like writing out all of the stuff for like swings is around this time and getting ready to submit it all for the Warriors for tomorrow and like the coming week and everything. And and then I'm like chilling and watching some TV and laying down. So like for me this is actually like the later part of the day for me. Like I've been up since fucking 5. I feel like you wasted your whole day every day. Yeah, I feel it. And plus, you could always wake up early and then take a nap. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I take naps all the time. That's what I do. Do you just fucking sleep through all of it? That's fucking funny. I don't know. I don't have that issue. Even on the weekends, dude. Even on the weekends, I'm normally up at like 6:30. Like I wake up early as fuck on the weekends. Yeah, yeah. Only takes like a week, brother. It'll be a really shitty week, but it only takes like a week. Some melatonin. You said Papa Melly, I'm sweating. Yeah. I mean, it's just the chemical that your body naturally produces that puts you to sleep, right? It's not like a fucking narcotic or anything. You know, Papa Melly, I'm sweating. I think rappers say that. I don't know, man. Is that not what they say? I like oh, that's a big cell wall. Let's see if that gets conquered. The 25 just pulled up on the set on the cell there at 21.75. Yeah, I suppose so, Eisen. I suppose so. Why not just do why not just get the best of both worlds? Like I don't know. Why one or the other, right? You know, the best of both worlds. A big old fucking cell wall of that 75 and it's blown through. Yeah. Yeah. That like 45 contracts that popped up at a 21.75 got eaten through with one or two big ass buys. I mean, it's going down a little bit now, right? But it did get broken, and I think it's about to again. So, you know, just kind of hang out. There could be a little bit of resistance here, right? Like this is where we saw sellers step in before, but overall, like we do have higher highs and higher lows, and you know, the only thing that would maybe concern me is the fact that this is a doji, but you know, the fact that it gapped down this hard and then just like recovered and you saw all this buying pressure come in, like I don't think that it stops here. Like I wouldn't be surprised. I think we're gonna see new all-time highs like really soon. Like this week probably. Like we're so close to it already, but you know, I remember like Eisen and I were talking and I think Icarus was there too for that one. We were talking about like all-time highs. It's like, yeah, we'll see. Like it could very well happen. And people are like, no, there's no way it's gonna happen. It's like, but it can though. Like it could. It could also go way down. Like I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow, right? Like Correct. See, I bought that whole dip, but I didn't do it in Nasdaq. I did it on the equities. Like I did it. Watch this. I did it like right here, right? This little break. We saw this breaking up. It was like right around 135 up to 166. So we could, no, I don't want that. Yeah. Yeah. Levered long. But the commons alone are 22.23% gain. So the levered longs at like 60% from calls. And look, now it's consolidating above this, right? And potentially breaking up to these upper levels. Right? Like that's where I bought the fucking dip. Right? Bought the dip on Hood. Look at this thing. This thing's been going fucking nuts. You see these gaps on the daily? Like that thing's beautiful. That's a fucking crazy ass chart. So, yeah. Like those are the dips that I bought, right? Or like this, I loaded up on this. We got into this like right around here, like low sixes down to like the mid fives. Sitting up at 762 right now. There was a little double rejection. I'm kind of curious to see what happens, but like that's been a really good one. Oh yeah, that was Anna. Look at this. So there's this one, BZAI, right? Where we got in literally like the call out was at 98 cents. And yesterday it traded up as high as 264. Today it closed at 232. Like, I just buy the dip in a different way. Right now I'm waiting to see if Anna does this stupid crazy thing again. Because I feel like this is where we're going to kind of curl down and see a little bit of a base, right? You can see this is where a bunch of trading happened. This is where the floor got put in. So see if we can get a little bit of a base and see if someone walks by and just happens to pop it right back up. That's it. Yeah, so that's yeah. Yeah, I get it. I try to tell everyone like that's kind of the next step. Like, you don't want to sit here and like have scalping be the only thing you do and your primary thing forever, right? Like this is really good for getting into it. It's really good for learning, right? Like especially technical analysis. Like you can learn a lot from this, but that true like big gains, right, comes from swing trading and from long-term investing. And it's not even close. It's not even fucking close. Just we're talking about two different things, apples and oranges. Hmm. Yeah, well, I think I'm going to hold on to this position. We'll see what happens with it. Price target, to be honest with you, is probably somewhere up in like the 70s, 80s for myself. We'll see if that happens. And yeah, yeah, that's what I'm going to be aiming for on this position this evening. he's 15 minutes more until the move begins. Do they kind of turn on the volume at a specific time in the Asian session like they do in New York? Because okay, It's like London pre-market. Yeah, yeah. Because with like with New York, right? With New York, normally like 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes before New York open, that's where you do the volume. It's like a fucking switch. It just comes out of nowhere because that's when all the market makers start like filling in all their orders from overnight, right? And from yesterday in after hours. Like all that gets done in the morning. It's like a big opening auction. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna hang out in this position. We'll see what happens. If people are interested, I'll put out a little update in free chat after after we see if we catch the move or if we eat shit. And yeah, I think I'll just call it here for the stream. This is just a fun little test to see if people are around this time and actually want to join. So if this is something that you guys want to do, then just let me know, and I'd be more than happy to. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, we could probably do it a few times a week then. Um, yeah, yeah, and this will be obviously in addition to New York. Like New York's the big one, but we could do it here too. All right, well that sounds good. I will catch everyone in a bit, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening.